Hi everyone, it's Belle and welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally filming my Disney College Program Q&A and role reveal. I leave for my Disney College Program in less than 2 weeks and life has been extremely crazy. I'm so excited to finally be filming this video. To be exact, it is April 25th right now and I leave in 15 days for my Disney College Program and I am so excited. I literally cannot wait. Every day is just one day closer to moving there. But for now, I'm going to be answering some Disney College Program questions, and make sure you stay until the end because I'm doing my role reveal. Okay, the first question is, how did you find out about the Disney College Program? So I actually didn't go to Disney for the first time until I was a freshman in high school, and the only reason I went is because I was invited with my friend and her family. My family was just not a Disney family. It wasn't something we'd ever done, and when I went for the first time with my friend as a freshman, I completely fell in love with it. I immediately came home and talked my parents into taking our next vacation there and just completely fell down a rabbit hole of watching Disney YouTube videos. And while watching all those Disney World YouTube videos, I eventually came across Disney College Program YouTube videos and I immediately was like, what is this? You can do college at Disney, like this is something I want to do. And from there I just completely fell in love with it, and once I got to college I didn't know exactly when, but life happened and now I'm finally doing it and I'm so excited. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite park? So my favorite park is actually Animal Kingdom. It's kind of always been my favorite park. I don't know why, I just love it so much. Magic Kingdom is obviously amazing because it feels the most magical. That's where it actually feels like Disney World, but to me, Animal Kingdom, there's just something about it. Okay, so the next question is, what is number one on your Disney College Program bucket list? This is a really fun question because I feel like most people that do the Disney College Program make this bucket list that they want to complete before they leave, and I of course did. Now that I'm looking at it, most of my bucket list things are restaurants, which is hilarious. If I had to pick something to be number one on my bucket list, it would probably be eating at Ohana's for breakfast. Everyone talks about Ohana and I've never been, and of course everyone says you have to go for breakfast. I think because that's when the characters are there and they don't go for dinner. Same thing with Woody's Roundup Barbecue. I don't think it was open the last time I was at Disney, and I love Toy Story, so that is a must do. And then just some other things on my bucket list. I have Space 220, I have to eat there. Fantasmic. I've actually never seen Fantasmic, which is crazy because I'm Disney obsessed and I've never seen it, so I need to do that. I want to do both the water parks, so hopefully I can do that. And then I saw this thing that apparently the Grand Floridian has acai bowls for breakfast, and I love acai bowls, so I'd like to do that one day. And there's a million other things, but those are the top things that I'm probably most excited for. The next question is, what will you miss most during your program? Well, the obvious answer is just my friends and family. I kind of talked about this a little bit in the last video, but my friends and I are just very close and I'm going to miss them so much. And then of course I have my little sister and my family, and I'm going to miss them all so much. But I am going to try and come home as much as possible. So I feel like I'm going to see them very soon and they'll be fine. Okay, the next question is, what is your dream staycation? This one's kind of tough because there's a lot of resorts that I love and I think are gorgeous. My family, we always just stay at Art of Animation because it's my favorite resort. I think the theming is so cute and you can't beat the price. So there's not a lot of resorts that I've stayed at. One of my favorite resorts for theming is definitely Wilderness Lodge. I mean, it's gorgeous. I just love that log cabin feel. Plus they have amazing restaurants. I've eaten at Whispering Canyon so many times and absolutely love it. And then the Storybook Dining at Artist Point is probably one of my top 3 favorite restaurants. Again, because I just love theming, and if you haven't eaten there, it's incredible. So for me, my dream staycation would probably be between Wilderness Lodge, or I also really love the Grand Floridian. That resort just feels very Disney, very magical, just gorgeous, kind of feels very princessy, but it's also very expensive, and I would love to stay there one day. The next question is, how did you find your roommate? So if you don't know, on the Disney College Program, you're allowed to link with one roommate. Just meaning that if you find someone and y'all want to live together, you can link together and ensure that you're going to be living in the same apartment. So the number one way to find a roommate is the Facebook groups, Instagram pages, group chats. You want to join all of that. That's what I did, and I was in all the Facebook groups and the Instagram pages, and I would post myself with my arrival date. I was honestly kind of worried about finding a roommate because a lot of people didn't have my arrival date. I think since it was May 12th, a lot of people are still in school. I'm actually still going to be in school while I'm getting to Disney. So it seemed like most people weren't starting their program until either June or August, and you have to have the same arrival date as someone in order to link with them as a roommate. So my roommate actually messaged me first. I guess she saw me on either one of the Facebook groups or Instagram pages, and she DM'd me on Instagram. We had the same arrival date, we started texting, and we ended up linking together. I definitely recommend doing that before you go to your Disney College program. Join all the Facebook groups, all the Instagram pages, get in group chats, and make as many friends as possible. That way when you get there, you already know people and you can just start having fun. Next question is, what were your top 3 roles? Okay, so when I was applying, my top 3 were probably merchandise, attractions, and Cedar. I know merchandise and attractions are probably most people's top roles. I also really liked the thought of children's activities, but I feel like it's kind of hard to get. But those were definitely my top 3, and maybe I got one, maybe I didn't. We'll have to see. Okay, what is the first thing you want to do when you get to the Disney College program? So after I move in and I have tickets to the parks and you do traditions, it's honestly kind of hard to say what's the very first thing I want to do. I think I'm honestly most excited to just get there and make friends. So I think once I get there and I get some friends together and see what everyone wants to do, I'm going to be excited to do anything no matter what it is. I'd of course love to just go to a park, maybe grab a coffee, get on a ride, but there's not like one set thing that I'm like, as soon as I get to Disney, I'm doing that. I'm really just excited to make friends and see wherever the wind takes me. Okay, the second to last question before I give my role reveal is, do you want to stay with Disney World after your program? This is a very tough question for me. My friends have been asking me this, my family's been asking me, and I just don't know. I have no idea. What I told my family the other day was, career-wise, I can't see myself loving anything as much as I love Disney. If you sat here and asked me what is your dream job, it would be to just stay with Disney forever and do social media. There's just nothing that I dream of more. I feel like that's who I am. It's what I was made for. But at the same time, I'm gonna be a 10-hour drive from all my friends and family, and I just don't know how I'm gonna take that. I think I won't really know until I get there and I get settled in. I might get there and be extremely homesick and want to come home, or I might get there and absolutely love it and want to stay forever. I just have no idea. What I'm kind of hoping for is that I get there and I absolutely love it for the time being, but then once my time is up, it feels like the right time to come home. Because honestly, I don't want to live 10 hours away from friends and family for the rest of my life. I would love to come back home. I don't know, it just makes me a little nervous because career-wise, it is my absolute dream, and I can't picture me loving anything as much as I would love doing this with Disney. But my friends and family are here, so I think it's just gonna take time to really see exactly what I want to do. Okay, and the last question is, what is your role? So like I said, my top 3 roles were merchandise, attractions, and Cedar. My arrival date is May 12th, and I believe I got my role about 4 weeks before my arrival. It might have been like 4.5, 5 weeks. And I was dying to know my role. Once that 5-week mark hit, I was checking my email like crazy, and it finally came. I believe I got my email on a Friday. But for those that are wondering, my role is Cedar at Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios. I honestly was not shocked at all that this was my role. I had a strong feeling I was gonna get Cedar again. If you don't know, I was originally supposed to start my Disney College program in January, and I was assigned Cedar as my role, but I ended up having to postpone my Disney College program. And when I had my second phone interview after postponing it, I kind of just knew I was gonna get Cedar again. I was originally supposed to be Cedar at 50's prime time, and I remember my interviewer said she was gonna write that down in the notes, but she didn't know if I was gonna get that exact restaurant again. So I honestly had no idea, and I was really nervous for what restaurant I was gonna be placed at. And come to find out, I'm at Hollywood and Vine, which I've never eaten there, but I believe it's right next door to 50's prime time. So again, I'm a Cedar and I'm in Hollywood Studios, and I'm honestly so excited. This is seriously my dream role, and I feel really grateful that I get to do the role that I really wanted to do. So if you know anyone at that role or you have any insight, feel free to let me know. I'm seriously so excited excited to get there and start working and making magic and having fun in the parks. But for now, I leave for my program in 15 days and I'm on crunch time trying to pack all this stuff up, move into a storage unit, plan exactly how I'm gonna get there and what I'm doing. So time is flying by. But before I know it, in 2 weeks, I'll be living in Disney World and I seriously can't wait. And of course, I'll be making a million other videos on that, all about the Disney College Program, and I'll be posting on TikTok and Instagram as well, so make sure to follow me there. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all again real soon. Bye!